Hey everyone, welcome back to Ace Attorney. We're going to the courtroom in the episode 2. Yeah, the investigation took a lot of time, so I had to split it into 2 parts, unfortunately. However, I hope we'll get through this time. Let's hit continue. Learn about sisters. And we go. Hey, court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edward. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edward, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. Prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. Prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edward. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. Prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe out for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. We use this form of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the finger found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction that I could see one. Whoosh. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always sleeps up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. I press him. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey Paul, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed, not sure if it did much though. Right, please continue. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, Paula. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. It was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. On hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. There was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. You like that? That's my hard evidence. Don't think so. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm really embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. How do you know it was a killer? Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oh, talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard any of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, Paul. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. No. Order. Hey, that didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay. I have an idea. There was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. And here we go with Mia's autopsy report, where it says the death was instantaneous. Present. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim Mia Fey wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely couldn't have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. Died immediately. But... No but. No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Rock, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? Second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. That was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received this result this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. Hey. I see. Damn you, Edward. You should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? The detective's a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report update. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's obvious conclusion, yeah. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of everyone in this court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fire & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was, like, 9 at night. I looked out the window now. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy little girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bit sweetsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see you need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. Mia Faye's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. He has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
It was like...
Oh, it's again the same. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. No, it doesn't. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. He dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please, continue your testimony.
Yeah, she caught up to her and she hit her.
That's it. Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. There's got to be something in there somewhere. Maybe I'd better just press her on the facts a bit. Why did you do that? Huh?
Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know... I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Truly, you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. It's right. I will not have your badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Oh, yeah, stop him! Poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was the mousy girl in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is but bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute, that testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this. I mean...
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
Huh?
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looked far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither one of those things. The testimony is bogus. Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss Fey? May.
Well, what are you trying to say? You mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran to the right.
Not possible. Lamp was on the left.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon, I saw it, I did. That clock, the kinda statuey clock, the thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Dee?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Happy to do that.
I did see everything, I did. The victim on the right.
Not possible. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make a but... Is that right? As in you're right? As you look from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right.
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. How convenient for you to remember her hippie cloak.
I mean, that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
She hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, the kinda statue clock, the thinker, I think.
Clock? Did this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Miss Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm on something.
That clock, the kinda statue clock, the thinker, I think.
And just go further. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wasn't her to face, so this was testimony in her own words. Trying to press and squeeze the truth out of her, figuratively, of course. What the? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, now to Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of Thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock. Who? And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes, that's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trial courts. Yes, of course, you will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor, and as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Oh, objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. That was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard. It say the time.
So, you've been to the law office of Fay & Co.
No, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law office of Fay & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. You could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... couldn't have run. Your Honor, members of the court. It's inconceivable that the clock is in question ran.
empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Let's take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as defense says. The clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty, it couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May.
Quite the show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
That is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course.
I have a proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I show you the proof you like so much.
The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... conversation from... beginning. Then,
take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Oh, you have a curly phone?
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel bad for him. Let's hear the conversation. Yeah, I'm skipping it. We already heard it a few times. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded.
Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before, that would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Never.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores?
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? all one pizza.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is the court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me. Did I lose it? I guess I did.
Barry. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? This is it. Yes, Your Honor, allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. You heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the finger was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Then we show him the wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were taping the victim Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
Oh? You're wrong. This is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was taping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the phone. At present, the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Miss April May, you used the wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the finger was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
La la.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer? It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
And she cries. That did it. The court seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't TPD tapping her irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you are taping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court doesn't condone the defense's tone of voice, she has a point. Well, Miss May, Do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you taped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
No, she's good.
Well, you're not the first one who thought of that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious, no way.
Wait, I say, wait. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Ice coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been taping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. What? Does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Let's call the bellboy. Let's try. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk in quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, as she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in the bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Okay, let's accept. Alright, I've got nothing to lose. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Sir, I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That T-shirt looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at the precisely requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right. I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now. May all be finished. We're pressing him for now. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. And I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yeah, what then?
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9. On the dot, sir. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Let's try. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this Yeah, no. Fucking hell, one life left.
Finally, you understand. This Balbo has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait!
Yes?
Does the defense have something to ask? One last question, let me ask one last question.
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
No, Mr. Edward, alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay, this is really it. Now this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Tell me again about the room service. Again, sir, at the room service to Miss Marion Pro 3, the guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir.
For 2.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather quite...
Oh boy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Object, that was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness always answered the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Let's try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edward, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
Ooh, you fool! I've done it, I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room.
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edward? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple, it was. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was taping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that doesn't clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned.
Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine.
Say so?
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Please.
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all. Now, anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigation. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Thanks guys for watching, and see you in the next part. This takes quite a long time. Remember to post all your comments, your advices, anything about the voiceover. I'm happy to learn, and we'll be happy to make some changes. See ya.